Hey guys, it's me again, Joe, and for today,
Oh, when I look to the shape of my heart, it's separated.
hey guys, it's me again, Joe, and welcome back to another video. And for today, I'm going to show you the books that I've read for the month of September.
Oh, when I look to the shape of my
So basically, this video is all about my September 2019 reading wrap-up. So for the month of September, I have read a total of 6 books. And for the genres of these 6 books, I have read 4 fantasy, 1 crime/mystery, and 1 contemporary. And for the categories, I have read 4 adults, 1 young adult, and 1 middle grade. For the ratings, out of the 6, I gave 5 books 5 stars, which is shocking. And the last one, I gave it only 3 stars, which is okay. Probably based on that, this is so far the best reading month for me for the month of for the year of 2019, because again, I rarely give books 5 stars. I rarely rate them 5 stars, but I'll be reviewing these books and I'll be explaining to you why I gave them 5 stars. So without further ado, these are the books that I read for the month of September in no particular order of when I finished this or when I finished them. The first book I'm going to present to you is the only book that I have not read in a physical format, because I have read this using an ebook, and this is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have read this book because this is the book of the month of our Visaya's book club for our September fantasy themed book of the month, and I gave this one 3 stars. And this is the only book that I gave 3 stars because the first reason is the only good thing I like about this book is that are the characters. And aside from that, I found the plot, the story, and the writing style okay. And it was just only the characters that really stood out for me. I know this book has been all over the place in the booktube community and the book community. A lot of people or a lot of readers love this book, and it is very hyped. So it resulted me expecting a lot from this one, and I ended disappointed. I really expected a lot, and that's maybe the main reason why I gave this one 3 stars only, because I was expecting that it will really blow my mind, it will really amaze me, and sadly it was no, it was okay. It was just okay. I really love Eli and Victor, the 2 main characters, and the other side characters, and the motivations of characters all throughout the story was just okay for me. The writing style, and sometimes the writing style and direction the author took kind of confused me, but it was okay. I was able to grasp by the end, at the end, or during the middle of the book. The magic system, it reminds me of X-Men. I don't know. So for me, it was not that original, and yeah, it was an okay read, but not as great as what I've heard from other readers. The next book that I've read is another fantasy adult, and this is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is the final book of his first Mistborn trilogy. This is book number 3, and I gave this 5 stars. And basically, I cannot tell you more about this one because this is a non-spoiler video, and I don't want to spoil you, especially for those who have not read this book, and also those who have not read books 1, which is Mistborn, and book 2, which is The Well of Ascension. This is an all-time favorite. This is way better than 2 books. This is for me the best book of the 3, and it was just a perfect, ending, perfect conclusion for the trilogy. I'm so satisfied, full of action, full of just amazing. I just can't talk more about this one because again, I don't want to spoil you guys. Now, the next book that I've read, again, I rated this another 5 stars because basically the remaining books are a 5-star reads for me. And this is a young adult contemporary, the debut novel of Jeff Zetner. This is The Serpent Gate. This is a very emotional read, and this is a perfect read after me reading The Hero of Ages. I cried in this book. Just trigger warning for those who are having depression. It might trigger your depression if you're reading this one, because there's some scenes in this book that might trigger your depression. But again, it was still okay. The characters were very memorable. They really stood out for me, and also the writing style was very easy and it was for me as a debut novel. Jeff Zetner did a great job writing this one. It totally catch my attention at the very beginning. I really connected to the characters. I was really invested to them, into the story, and I really felt what the author or what Jeff tries to deliver to his readers while reading this one. There's a lot or a bunch of lessons that you young adult, might learn from this one, and this is, an amazing read, a very emotional and a character driven with a bunch of course, awesome characters. Highly recommended, and I will sure read other books of Jeff Zetner. I do have his Goodbye Days now over somewhere on my shelf, and I'll be reading them probably next month or before this year ends. The next book that I have read for the month of September is another one from the author Brandon Sanderson, and this is The Emperor's Soul. This is his 2012 or 2013 Hugo Award winning novella. I reviewed this book already. I posted a video of this one on my channel, so I'll link this one, or I'll link the book review, or my book review for this one up here, or I'll put the link on the description below. But this one, again, I gave it another 5 stars. This is an adult fantasy. The world set in this one was the same world from his standalone or his debut novel, Elantris. And yeah, this is awesome. And I will not be talking more about this one because I already reviewed it, so I'll just put the link on my book review for this one below. The next 5-star read I have read for the month of September is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I know I should have read this years ago. A lot of people recommended this to me. I've seen a lot of readers reading this. This is a 5-star read. It's also very emotional. I also cried reading this book practically towards the end. I don't want to spoil you guys, but this one, if you're looking for a book full of emotion, full of hope, full of lessons, and with great set of characters, this one is also a recommendation from me. By the way, I spray painted the edge black. I got this beautiful cover from book sale, and I'm just really lucky to have this version of, I also watched the movie. It was great. Yeah, I I really cried. This is an amazing book. Very short, very fast read. I've read this in a day. If you haven't read this one, I suggest you need to. And the last book I have here for this video is probably the first book I've read for the month of September, and the only adult mystery crime under the mystery crime genre, and this is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Joe, and probably one of the best mystery crime / thriller book that I've read in my entire life. This is a solid 5-star, and for sure an all-time favorite for me. This I also reviewed, and I'll be putting the link of my book review video up here or on the description below. I really love this one. So it is a thriller with a great bunch of characters again. So probably I'm starting to realize that I am really a character driven, or I do like to read books with great set of characters. But that's ironic because Vicious has a great set of characters, but I gave it 3 stars. I don't know. But this one is a unique mystery crime thriller for me because there's a mix of contemporary in which I really felt the characters. I really was able to connect to them, and I did not expect what was in store for us, or what did Lisa Jewell prepare for us in this book. It was kind of predictable, but I think she meant it to be predictable, and it is not a unique plot, a unique synopsis, but she was able to present an original and predictable story into a magnificent and precious work, and that's what I really adore from this one. I do really hate reading predictable stories, but this is an exemption because I did not hate this, but I end up loving this so much. So if you know what I'm really talking about, I suggest you read this one. And yeah, this is also very emotional. So those are the books that I've read for the month of September. As you can see, 5 reads, and that's a great sign of a very good reading month for me. I wish that Vicious could just have lived to my expectations, because I was expecting it's also a 5-star read, so that I can really wrap my September as all 6 books I've read 5 stars. But no, I really tried to make it 5 stars, but I can't cheat, right? So if I'm going to compare it to the other 5 books that I've read, Vicious will not really, it will be really unfair for these books if I'm just going to give Vicious 5 star, even though it did not deserve a 5 star. So again, thank you so much for watching my video, and see you on my next upload. If you liked or enjoyed watching this, can you please subscribe and click the like button. And yeah, bye bye and good night. Oops, tagakan ko sang ano din.